Hi, welcome to Atlassian Demos. Today you'll be seeing a demo for belonging, connectedness, collaboration, the future of Confluence. We hope you enjoy.
Hi everyone and welcome to Team 21. My name is Natalia and I'm a product lead on the Confluence Experience team. I'm here with my partner in crime, Alex, who is a design leader on the Confluence team, leading the Confluence Experience design. And we're here to talk about the future of Confluence and how belonging, connectedness, and collaboration will be in that future. So if you listen to this presentation, what you're going to learn is how we think about evolution of knowledge management and collaboration at work, and how that will influence what Confluence is going to look like within the next 2 to 3 years down the road. So are you ready? Let's take a look. Well, first of all, who doesn't like, blurry futuristic neon sign, right? And you may be wondering, why are you seeing this? Well, that is because whenever you think about the future, you always start in that part of the journey where things are a little bit blurry. And you cannot escape that phase, but it's actually a good thing, because as you brainstorm, as you design things, as you think about how the future can be visualized and how do you imagine this future, it's actually nice to go through that phase and then get to more and more detailed definition of the future. So we feel like with the project that we're about to share with you, internally known as Visual Vision, which is a design-led product strategy project for Confluence and what it's going to be in the next 2 to 3 years, we're finally getting towards the end of that blurry line, and we're getting into a phase where we're seeing a lot of definition and details, and we're very excited to share them with you today. But first, let's also define Confluence.
Our ultimate goal for Confluence is to be your remote-friendly team workplace where knowledge and collaboration meet. We're building a workspace where anyone can easily find the latest information, document their thoughts, collaborate on projects, and discover organizational knowledge across business lines and teams. It is your one-stop shop, one place for all things knowledge for your company.
That's right. Well, there's one more thing. I think that this introduction would not be exactly complete if we don't say why exactly are we so passionate about this topic.
We're making this personal. So, strap in, hold on. We might just, overshare with all of you here why this matters so much, not just to Confluence, but to me and Natalia personally. We, as they say, have a lot of skin in the game because we have never actually met. I live in Sydney, Australia, and Natalia is in the Bay in San Francisco. We are, as they say, the poster children of the future of work. We are living exactly what all of you might have been living in the past, are living right now, and potentially could be living in the near future. We run distributed teams, and we need to do exactly what you all are trying to do, is collaborate, create, and bring together our businesses into the future. So we wanted to share this with you in a very personal way, because we really get it. We are here in the same way that all of you are. So let's have a look about how we're thinking about the future of Confluence.
Awesome. Well, the first thing that we think we need to bring into the future of Confluence is content creation. And let's talk about content creation for a moment. Why is this the first thing that we're going to emphasize in Confluence in the next 2 to 3 years? Content creation, as we see it, is fundamental to the value that Confluence creates for businesses. Without content, there's really no knowledge, there's no wisdom exchange, there's no collaboration, there's no information exchange, and there's no flow in the business. But the demands for creation of content in organizations over the past few years have drastically changed as well. And it's a trend that started even before the pandemic, but definitely has accelerated more recently. Specifically, what I'm talking about is knowledge management is no longer a priority for just a few super creators, as we like to call them. And it's actually moving towards the world where everyone participates in creation and sharing of the organizational knowledge. So for us to bring Confluence into the future, that means a fundamental change, and that means that we need to adjust content creation in Confluence to really bring value to businesses that want to rethink knowledge management within their organization. And to do that, we need to fundamentally rethink content creation. Let me follow up with a personal story, because as Alex said, we're going to make it a little bit personal. So I joined Atlassian about 9 months ago, and that's why I haven't met Alex other than on video calls. But I completely onboarded remotely, as you can probably figure out. And I didn't have any helpful neighbors, at the office to have a coffee with and to guide me through work setup and just to kind of figure out how should I work with the rest of the team. And because of the 14-hour difference between me and Alex and other teammates, we have often collaborated in a way where one of us would create a document late at night our time, and then the other person would start looking at it early in the morning their time. And so that's a cadence that we really have eventually perfected. Except in the beginning, I fell victim to not knowing how to make the best out of that setup. As you probably know, Atlassian has an amazing culture, with one of the values being open company. And I think that that reflects in everything we do, including building in public. And that means that documents that we share with each other are also most of the time open. So before I went to bed, I built this document that was essentially a draft and was very rough. And I was hoping that when I wake up next morning, I'm just going to keep working on it. And so I was ultimately surprised when I wake up the next morning and I see over 30 comments on my document. I felt really horrible because it wasn't ready for people to look at. And I felt terrible because, I just made people put some effort and time into looking at something that just wasn't ready for their attention. And so even though, that still kind of haunts me in my nightmares, I do think that it's a great lesson of how things can be better. And I invite you to imagine how it could be instead. So let's imagine what things could be.
Ideas can strike anytime. With the new Confluence Notes section, you have a place to capture your thoughts quickly and privately. And in just a few clicks, your page can look as pretty as a picture. Share it with your team when you are ready. Don't stop tinkering.
I think that not stopping tinkering is one of the most important points. But let's break down a little bit the story that I told you and the video that you've just seen. So what exactly does that mean for future of Confluence and for future of content creation? First of all, we think that it's time that the messy work is celebrated, because before you put that beautiful page together, that beautiful presentation ready document together, you have to do a lot of iteration. And it's something that is really, really important and needs to be celebrated. And we need better tools to manage that. So we're going to embrace the unfinished and really celebrate messy work. The next thing that we're going to tackle is making it extremely easy to get started, because most creators, whether they're experienced or new creators, they often suffer from the blank canvas syndrome, where you're just overwhelmed before you can really start working on something. And not only we're going to get it to a point where it's easy to get started, but also we will make it fun to keep going. Last but not least, creation does not have to be hard, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel and do it all by yourself, because we think that we can provide very helpful building blocks for creators. I'm talking here about templates, I'm talking about baked-in views, but again, a lot of creation is just curation and synthesis of something that's already available for you to create. So that is the future of content creation and how we think about it. And just like the sandcastle, content creation is not always pretty in the beginning, but we think that it's wonderful and it needs to be celebrated, because the work is not only about the end result. It's really what goes into that end results and how you build it that's important. And we're going to celebrate that and think about future of content creation through that lens.
Amazing. I am so excited. I hope you are as well. I think you can see that we're really trying to double down on creations. Creators are the future. And for us, as you can imagine, with creation, there is a lot of content. There's a lot of things that are getting created. And so that will ultimately mean that you have a lot of things to catch up on. So in the second area of investment for Confluence over the next 2 to 3 year timeframe is all about being in lockstep. always being in sync is crucial in the future of work. So even today, staying on top of things can be extremely overwhelming. On average, knowledge workers can use up to 12 apps during a single day. And in Confluence, we have seen a drastic increase in both writing and, of course, reading. As you're creating more content, there is more things to read, more things to stay on top of. And Natalia and I have a personal story to share. So this is a photo of me in the car. This is a photo of Natalia with her dog, Rainy. She's extremely cute. Never met her, but I see she's very cute. And so, we're showing you this because it just highlights that we do things in micro moments. As I said, this is me in my car, and I've just dropped off my my kids at their piano lesson, and I'm catching up on some work, and I'm doing this asynchronously to Natalia, who's, walking Rainy somewhere in San Francisco on a hill, with her mobile phone, also kind of closing comments and replying and moving work forward. And so we have figured out, like, this is a good way for us to work because, 9 to 5 office is dead. We know this. And so especially as you're across the world, you're in different locations, what you really want to be doing is making, doing your work in a way that's, closing those loops and really figuring out how you can get the best out of your day in the time that you have. So we've kind of made this work with Confluence, but we want to take you on this, a bit more of a journey and show you, imagine what it could really look like, supercharge this collaboration space. So let's take a closer look.
On the go? Oh no! You don't have to worry about remembering to take action when you're back on your desk. With the new reminder feature, Confluence will remind you and help close those open tasks. Last one done. Never miss a beat with a new page timeline. And page statuses help you keep your teams informed as you finish work. Collaboration is easier with Confluence.
I don't know about you, but I was totally jamming to that music. So let me recap. Like, the future of always in sync. What does that mean? Context switching without losing your context. I think this is so crucial, especially as there is that sense of all the things all the time. How do you keep on top of the right things? And also, how do you, have that ability to seamlessly move between devices, between your laptop on your desk, between the phone when you're out and about, but also being really mindful of those boundaries. It is crucial that we're allowing people to do work wherever and whenever, but we're also mindful of their free time and that there is sort of a way for them to stop working when they really want to. And when they do that, when they're back at work, we need to quickly show them what is important. We don't want people to feel like they've missed out on anything or that there's something critical that's happened while they've been away. All of that information is surfaced. So we feel that the future of Confluence is all about being in sync. It's about riding that wave of information. Yes, I know everybody loves a good water metaphor, but it's really true here. It's about not kind of switching off. It's about harnessing the power of all of that information and knowledge that your company has, and for Confluence to serve it to you in the right way, wherever you might be.
You're right, Alex. I do like a good water or waves metaphor, so thank you for that. Continuing on that, though, in the sea of information, if the information that we deal with is truly vast, like the ocean or the sea, how do you sail? And how do you know even where to go? And what are the lighthouses that guide you? We think that those lighthouses are actually the signals that help you identify which content may be of interest to you. And those signals will become extremely, extremely important. That's why the third topic that we wanted to talk to you about today is unleashing creativity, because we think that it is our best bet to give people the right tools to help their content, and by proxy, their work as well, truly stand out. Because if we want to rethink organizational knowledge and collaboration, we need to talk about unleashing creativity and making all creators have a way to express themselves in the workplace. So let's get personal again, and it's the time for another personal story. As we were working on visual vision, we quickly realized that it's really challenging to tell a complete story in just words. Even between the two of us, we have very different preferred ways of communicating ideas. And if you were to look at our work conversation log, it's actually a very wild exchange of emojis, tables and spreadsheets, pictures, videos, photos of handwritten sketches, diagrams, audio notes, whatever that is. And we believe that we're not the only ones who work that way and who like to work that way. And we also believe that we're not the only ones who regret that there's no easy way to capture all of those things and bring them together in all of their complexity and yet strength of signal. So let's imagine what it could be and what the future could look like.
Stories can be told in multiple ways, and now, with ever so powerful Confluence, you can tell your story your way. Confluence allows you to not only create pages, but tables, canvases, videos, and a lot more. Express yourself your way.
Amazing. So that is what the future of unleashing creativity is all about. But let's try to break it down again. First of all, we're going to build content types for all creators because we do believe that everyone is a creator. Whether you're a TikTok star or a spreadsheet guru, we want your content in Confluence and we want your team to benefit from your knowledge and your wisdom. But content creation does not stop there, and so doesn't creativity. If you think about organization of knowledge, that is also an act of creation. And so we will invest into helping you curate knowledge your way. We came up with a very catchy tagline here, from folder to boulder, which may sound cheesy, but that's really what it is. It is, time to not only let you figure out how to organize your page tree, but also give you more tools to truly make organization an art. But the content creation and creativity doesn't stop there either. There's one more important area that we wanted to highlight, because it's all about micro moments, truly. And every time we respond to someone or every time we comment on someone's document, it is an act of creation as well. And we want to make sure that we support you with your creativity in those micro moments as well. And we want to help you say more with things like reactions, emojis, and more, because collaboration in itself is also an act of creation and therefore will benefit from unleashing creativity. So we want to celebrate all colors, we want to celebrate all creators, and we believe that everyone can add value to the organization, regardless of your preferred medium of creativity. And as Alex likes to say, in a world where everyone is a word, you need to be a picture.
Absolutely. Well, you could clearly see how extremely excited we are about this. We're so pumped to be sharing this with you. It means so much to us. It means so much to Confluence. But why does this matter to all of you, our customers? How do we think about how this is going to solve some of your organizational problems? So let's think about these problems. What are they? Well, another blurry picture, but actually this is representative of information overload and attention deficit. Time is our strongest currency right now. How do we make the most of our time and the little time that we have today? Also, distributed work needs a trusted single source of truth. If organizations aren't already thinking about this, they're going to be thinking about this very, very soon. They need to rethink communication. How are your team communicating? Where is that single source of truth of all of that documentation and knowledge as people are leaving and coming to the company? How do you get new starters like Natalia onboarded fast with a single source of truth about your organization? And lastly, we believe it's a creator economy. How do people stand out? Not be a worker bee, not just be the one of the many. You need to make your own mark, and we believe Confluence can help you do your best work and for others to get you noticed. So let's talk a little bit about solutions, Natalia.
Yeah, Confluence can really help solve all of those problems because first, we're going to support you in evolving your knowledge management and help make everyone a creator and also distributor of knowledge. Second, we're going to help collaboration flow smoothly by helping people remain on top of things and maintain their pace of work, because that's one of the most important competitive advantages that your business may have, the pace of work, while also respecting their work-life boundaries, which is very important for us. Lastly, we're going to celebrate the individual and, frankly, the human in us. And we're going to make Confluence more social, more bright, and more fun. Well, I gotta say, though, that we can only do this with a little bit of help of our friends. And we would like to celebrate, in addition to everything that we have planned, our partners, whether it's integration partners, whether it's marketplace vendors, that truly help our customers to make the best out of Confluence. So thank you for your partnership, and we are looking forward to have this journey together with you. Well, you probably have one more question as you're listening to this presentation, or hopefully you have it by now. And that question is, what's next? Right? I've been thinking about that a lot. And as a product person, if I were to listen to this presentation, I would be probably asking in my mind, when will this ship? So as you remember, Confluence's visual vision is a 2 to 3 year product strategy, right? So we have a lot of change coming your way, as you can probably see from the slides and videos that we have shared with you. And what that means is that we need to be very mindful in terms of how we deliver this change to your customers. So we're going to definitely move in batches and make sure that the change that we're bringing is not disruptive. But the good news is that you will see some of the pieces of visual vision rolling out as early as this quarter. And if you think about 1 year down the line, then we're talking about some of the fundamental changes in private creation and that massive work celebration that we mentioned. We're talking about rethinking how the homepage looks like and helps you really stay in sync. Lots of great stuff on mobile, as well as various content types that will help you unleash creativity. So that's how we're thinking about the future. And there's one more thing that we wanted to share. You know how when you're flying and before you take off on an airplane, sometimes they say in an unlikely event of a cabin decompression. So in an unlikely event of you not remembering what the future of Confluence is, let us repeat it again.
I love it. I love it. I'm so excited to do this. So the future of Confluence is your remote friendly team workplace where knowledge and collaboration meet. We really want to do this, and we are really, really excited. I hope you got a lot out of this, and I hope you're excited as well. And if we needed to bite-size tweet this, it's this. This is it right here. Let's make work better for all teams. And we need you. This is a bit of a rally cry. We need all of you to join us on this journey. I hope you're excited. Please, let's keep having these conversations. And we'll see you soon. Thank you so much. It's been our absolute honor and our pleasure to share with you our hard work, our visual vision with this amazing product. And let's keep the conversation going. We'll see you on Twitter.